TV7 Israel News is made possible thanks to your generous donations. Shalom, good evening. This is TV7 Israel News broadcast to you from Jerusalem. And in today's top stories, Israeli Foreign Minister Gabi Ashkenazi reiterates to his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov Jerusalem's resolve to thwart Iran's military entrenchment in Syria. Moscow offers to broker a negotiated solution between Ankara and Athens on all that pertains to the East Mediterranean dispute. Tensions are rapidly increasing between Turkey and Europe, and separately between Ankara and Washington. Sudan's decision to normalize its relations with Israel is derived from mutual interests, amid growing domestic opposition from some of the country's prominent political factions. Chairman of the Sovereign Council of Sudan, Lieutenant General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, provided a first public interview on the matter, in which he sought to defend his decision, insisting that when reconciliation benefits both parties, a deal to that effect is legitimate.
نحن لما نتحدث عن رفع العقوبات عن السودان لا نستطيع أن نتحدث بمعزل عن التطبيع مع إسرائيل. أنا أفضل دائما أن أسميه صلح بدل تطبيع، لأنه نحن الآن بنعمل اتفاقية صلح، والصلح عمل مشروع حتى مع الأعداء، مع كل جهة يمكن أن تبرم الصلح الذي يصب في مصلحة المتصالحين الاثنين.
General al-Burhan went on to reject claims of blackmail which were voiced by pro-Iranian and Islamist figures in the country, stressing instead that peace between Jerusalem and Khartoum under U.S. mediation essentially benefits Sudan more than it benefits the state of Israel. Turning to Greece, where Israeli Foreign Minister Gabi Ashkenazi headed an Israeli delegation to Athens for the purpose of attending a trilateral summit with his Greek and Cypriot counterparts. Upon arrival in the Greek capital, Foreign Minister Ashkenazi initially held a meeting with Moscow's visiting Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, during which he reiterated to his Russian counterpart Israel's resolve not to permit Iran's military entrenchment in Syria. The Israeli top diplomat, during a meeting behind closed doors, further reiterated Jerusalem's position, which ascertains that there is a need to proactively implement an arms embargo on the Islamic Republic of Iran, which continues to destabilize the Middle East. Earlier in the day, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov met with Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis, during which the latter voiced Athens' frustration over the policies pursued by Ankara.
Συναντιόμαστε, η αλήθεια είναι, σε μια δύσκολη συγκυρία, καθοριστική, καθώς η χώρα μου, η Ανατολική Μεσόγειος, ο Νότιος Κάφκασος, η ευρύτερη περιοχή μας, είναι μια περιοχή στην οποία δοκιμάζεται η διεθνή σταθερότητα. Και θα έχω την ευκαιρία στις συνομιλίες μας να σας ενημερώσω για την δράση της γειτονικής Τουρκίας, η οποία δυστυχώς σε ρόλο ταραξία καταπατά την διεθνή νομιμότητα, ναρκοθετώντας την ειρήνη σε πολλά ευαίσθητα σημεία του χάρτη. Και βέβαια κάτι το οποίο με προβληματίζει ιδιαίτερα είναι ότι περιβάλλει αυτήν την επιθετική της δράση με έναν θρησκευτικό μανδύα, καθιστώντας έτσι ορατό τον κίνδυνο για την αρμονική συνύπαρξη λαών και θρησκειών.
Following a series of meetings between Lavrov, Premier Mitsotakis, and Greek Foreign Minister Nikos Dendias, respectively, the Russian Foreign Minister voiced Moscow's position regarding the latest developments in the Eastern Mediterranean.
Что касается Восточного Средиземноморья, я, в общем, могу подтвердить то, что я сказал. Здесь проблем накапливается немало к тем, которые годами сохранялись в этом регионе, особенно в южной части Средиземного моря. Добавились новые проблемы, о них хорошо известно. Все они, по нашему глубокому убеждению, должны решаться на основе международного права. И насчет того, есть ли у нас какая-то инициатива, вы знаете, мне кажется, это вот общий такой посыл Конвенция по морскому праву, другие международно-правовые документы, которые необходимо в полной мере выполнять. Это ключ к тому, чтобы мы все-таки ситуацию немножко успокоили, перевели ее в переговорное русло. Наверное, прежде всего страны, прибрежные страны должны проявлять инициативу, если нас вдруг кто-то попросит посредничать, используя наши отношения с той или иной страной, конечно, мы будем готовы такую возможность рассмотреть.
It is important to mention that while Greece continues to maintain a high state of alert over voiced concerns about a possible Turkish attack, NATO is actively facilitating deconfliction between its two member states. The Turkish military initially announced its decision to hold a naval exercise in the eastern Mediterranean for the 28th of October in a declared response to a pre-scheduled Greek exercise that was scheduled for the 29th. Nevertheless, after NATO Defense Ministerial, Turkey's Defense Minister Hulusi Akar said that both respective navies will stand down.
İyi niyet gösterisi olarak buradaki diyaloğu arttırıcı bir katkı sağlamak maksadıyla biz karşılıklı olarak bu NAVTEX'imizi iptal edebiliriz. Siz de ederseniz şeklinde. Ve buna da bunu son derece olumlu bulan Sayın Genel Sekreter desteklediler bizim görüşümüzü, teklifimizi. Daha sonra mütakiben de Yunanlı meslektaşımız da bu konuyu desteklediklerini, buna olumlu yaklaştıklarını ifade ettiler.
Meanwhile, in Ankara, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan declared now is the time for a realistic proposal, as he called it, in which a negotiated solution to the Cypriot conflict would realize an Ankara-aspired two-state agreement. Speaking alongside newly elected president of the northern part of Cyprus, which is essentially under Turkish control, President Erdogan emphasized the need to start negotiating a deal immediately.
Gelinen noktada müzakereleri münhasıran federasyon seçeneği temelinde başlatmanın zaman kaybı olacağını kesinlikle düşünüyoruz. Dolayısıyla artık iki devletli çözümün de gerçekçi bir yaklaşımla masaya getirilmesi gerektiğine inanıyoruz.
The Turkish Cypriot leader, for his part, warned that unless Cyprus complies to the Turkish proposal, it may not be offered another opportunity to negotiate. In related news, tensions are rapidly increasing between Turkey and Europe and separately between Ankara and Washington. Speaking to supporters in the eastern Turkish Malatya province, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan taunted Washington over its threat to impose sanctions on Ankara over its military support to Azerbaijan and in defiance of its NATO membership, its testing of its Russian-made S-400 surface-to-air systems.
Bazı Amerikalılar çıkıyor, İlham kardeşimi arıyor ve diyor ki biz sizin yanında kimin yer aldığını biliyoruz. Erdoğan var, Türkiye var. Biz Türkiye'ye de yeri gelirse yaptırım uygularız. Ya sen kimle dans ettiğinin farkında değilsin ya. Yaptırımın neyse geç kalma, yap. Biz sizden F-35 için adım attık, paramızı ödedik. Siz F-35'lerimizi vermediniz. Vermiyorsunuz ve bizi tehdit ettiniz. S-400'leri Rusya'ya geri gönderin dediniz. Ya biz kabile devleti değiliz. Biz Türkiye'yiz, Türkiye.
In that same address, the Turkish leader launched a fresh attack on his French counterpart, Emmanuel Macron, claiming the French president needed mental treatment over his attitude towards Islamism.
Macron'un zihinsel noktada bir tedaviye ihtiyacı var. İnanç hürriyetinden, inanç özgürlüğünden anlamayan ve kendi ülkesinde yaşayan milyonlarca farklı inanç mensubu insanlara bu şekilde davranan bir devlet başkanına başka ne denilebilir?
It is important to explain that Erdogan's insult, which prompted Paris to recall its ambassador to Ankara, was made in response to Macron's declared efforts to stem out radical Islamism from France after a French history teacher named Samuel Paty was beheaded by an Islamist migrant who sought to murder the teacher for using a cartoon of the Muslim prophet Muhammad in a class on freedom of speech.
Samuel Paty est devenu vendredi le visage de la République, de notre volonté de briser les terroristes, de réduire les islamistes, de vivre comme une communauté de citoyens libres dans notre pays, le visage de notre détermination à comprendre, à apprendre, à continuer d'enseigner, à être libre.
Consequently, France stepped up its regulation on mosques, Muslim schools, and Islamist organizations in the country, which brought about Erdogan's remarks. The Turkish leader did not stop with France, lashing out also at leaders from Germany, the Netherlands, and elsewhere for what he termed to be a European attack on Islam. European leaders responded to the Turkish president by voicing solidarity with their French counterpart, including a vow to root out Islamism from Europe. Thank you for watching us. As part of TV7's prayer initiative, I would like to encourage you today to join myself and the team here in Jerusalem to lift up Algeria in prayer for its salvation and peace, in addition to our ongoing prayers, of course, for the peace of Jerusalem, the salvation of Israel, and for all those who are impacted by the corona contagion and its numerous ramifications worldwide. I'm Jonathan Hassan, wishing you a Shavua Tov U'Mevorach, and we will see you again tomorrow at the same time.